music.
Welcome back to the Anthony Lee Crypto Channel. We are live. It is Monday, beautiful Monday. Bitcoin dumping down on Friday, kind of just going a little sideways and up over the weekend. We're going to dive in. We're going to see what's going to happen with Bitcoin. Is the low in? Are we going to take that low out and hit significantly lower? Are we just going to swoop it? Are we headed back up to new all-time highs? Is the bottom in? Who knows? Who knows these things? We're going to take a look at what the charts are telling us and see if we can figure it out. Let's see who is here, guys. What is this? Monday. I already said that, didn't I? Monday. Sorry, I just got done with the gym. I'm dying. Like, worked brutal chest and shoulders today. So I'm pretty wore out, actually. One of the harder workouts I've done in a while. Max. What's up, Mighty Max? Speaking of workout, guys, Max is jacked. If you guys have never seen Max, we're going to do a live stream with Max. Anybody wants Max to do a live stream? See if we can get Max on the camera. Jack. What's up, bro? Eons. Good morning. Johnny number 5 says, what's up, crew? Salt Chain, our resident moderator. What's up? Get the wrench ready. Get the wrench. Just kidding. Don't wrench anyone, please. Hawkborn. Good morning. Hawkborn killing the heavy legs. Yo, Joe Bowers. What's up, bro? West Coast in the house. Man, Bitcoin's ready to pump, guys. Bitcoin is ready to pump. Let's take a look at this first. We got P&L. I did take a long trade. You guys know about the long trade we took. We're going to talk about that. Hotborn says you two need to do a gym live. That's gay. That's gay. Me and Max. You see me and Max? I'd be like, hold the phone, bro, while I do this lift. Hold the phone, and then I'll hold the phone for you. I'm just kidding. I think those fitness influencers guys do that stuff all the time. It's still gay. I'm from Mississippi, y'all. Those guys that do that are in like gay places like California and Vegas, New York. No offense if you live in those places. I'm in Mississippi. If we did that down here, people would walk and be like, y'all are gay. Then me and Max would wind up getting in a fight in the gym. Be doing the Anthony Lee Crypto Show from behind bars. Been there, done that. Don't want to do that again. Joe Bowers. Man, I'm glad you're here, bro. Put a 1 in the chat for me, guys. I'm genuinely curious if you're in this long trade. Put a 1 in chat. I just want to see who all took this long trade. If you're in the Anthony Lee Crypto Discord, there is zero. I mean, your money, your trade, you do what you want to do. You do you. Hey, if you don't want to be up $10,000 right now, then don't do any of what we're about to talk about. But if you're in the Anthony Lee Crypto crew, there's no reason you should not be in this trade whatsoever. If you got in and closed, I don't know why. And I'm not knocking you guys. We're just going to kind of learn from it. All right, let's see. We got U.S. market open coming in about 25 minutes. Jack is in the trade. Max, Salt Chain. Max says, heck of a long trade. Nice job. I'm up over 10K. This was one of the easiest to get in all year. I could not agree more. This trade was so easy to get in, guys. Trying to pull mine up. West Coast in the trade. I thought you were out, bro. You must have got back in. Good. I'm happy for you, man. Good. I want to see you do well. John says he's in the trade, agrees with Max 100. He's up big too. At no point was the entry confirmation ever invalidated. Easiest big trade yet. Salt Chain's long from 61.1. Good job, guys. Very good job. We're going to take a look at mine. I've shown you all this over the weekend, but I did tee a little more P yesterday when we came up in that big spike candle. I have closed about 55% of my trade. And I've secured about $5,500. So $5,500 worth of profit. I am up about another $4,000 unrealized profit. We had this big spike up, this big short squeeze. I mean, big. You know, it was decent for weekend price action, short squeeze here. And we came up and we didn't quite get these last two relative equal highs, but we had a harsh rejection. I didn't close this. I waited until we came back up, and when we started to kind of flip around right here after 50% recovery of the wick, that's when I took profit. Took a little more profit on that trade. I told you guys, first of all, we took the trade Friday, and then I told you guys right down here on Saturday that Bitcoin looks like it's ready to pump. I literally put that in Discord, and man, we have pumped since then. Since I said that, Bitcoin is up another $3,700. So another 6% since I posted that, guys. I'll let you know. And by the way, if you don't know what I'm talking about, maybe you're new to the stream, join the Anthony Lee Crypto Discord. Link is in the description. We'd love to have you join the VIP Discord, AnthonyLeeCrypto.com. I'll hit that up in chat in just a second. And I'm trading. I just showed you my trades on KCEX, KCEXTrading.com. There's a link. I just hit it. And you can join our VIP Discord right here. I just hit both of those in chat for you. AnthonyLeeCrypto.com. Join the VIP. You get all of my trade setups in advance, and you get walked through them. We have a pro group in there. We have a VIP Discord, and we also have a pro group. If you want to interested in my pro group, you must be in my Discord, and you must DM me, and we're going to discuss if you're ready to join the pro group. Not anybody can be in it. I have one spot. I had opened 3 spots a couple weeks ago. I filled 2. I had 4 other people interested, but I just didn't think they were quite ready. Or actually, I think anybody's ready. I just didn't think they were willing to do what it takes to become a professional trader. And that's what we want. We want to make professional traders, period. But anyway, Friday, Max post, we were in the pro group talking, and we entered the trade. First of all, we walked through this all. We told you exactly what we were looking for to enter this trade. Exactly. Like, it is the last thing we discussed on the, I'm not going to spend too much time here, guys, but it was the last thing we discussed on the stream. We were coming down. We had the low here at, what was it, 59.8, something like that. And I said, we're looking for a swoop of the low. I front run some things, but I'm a little more experienced, and I lose some like that. But what I said is, if you want confirmation, wait for the 4-hour closure back above that low, 59.8. That's a simple swing failure pattern. We pulled it up. We looked. We knew we were headed into it with bullish divergence, right? Even on the 4-hour, you had these series of pigs nippling bullish. What did I tell you guys about the pigs nippling too? I said 4 hours pigs nippling. I said wait for it to break the zero line and go. If you're not in it, I said if you're looking to get in it, wait for it to break the zero line and go. And since then, it's up 5%, guys. If you're not taking these trades, you just don't want to be profitable. I'm sorry. It's time to put your little scared hat away and put your big boy trader hat on, and let's make some money. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard if you plan for these things. You just have to plan for it, and that's okay. We have a plan. I'm here to give you a plan. So anyway, on Friday, I said we're just looking for a 4-hour candle close, swoop the low, 4-hour candle close, back above the line, which is this green line right here, swing macro, call it the blue line, same thing. And there you go. You swooped it and closed the same 4-hour back above it, period. Into the trade there at the closure, and you have 6.5% on the trade. That's a $4,000 move up by Bitcoin. It's easy. And at no point did you ever violate it. Did you come back below that? Yeah, a couple of candles later, you came back below, but you closed the 4-hour back above. That means you held it. You confirmed it as support. At no point in time did you close. And by the way, you happen to come to this green shaded box that I gave you in advance. So you were in our target box. You got the 4-hour candle close back above. You don't close, and when you take this trade, guys, your stop loss goes at the low. If you're not willing to do that, then don't take the trade. Period. Don't take the trade. Do what you want to do. Not financial advice, but I'm telling you I've been leverage trading for almost 10 years. Don't take the trade if you're not willing to put it below the low, especially in an instance like this. Because they could come back and recover half of this week or even double bottom, something like that. And when they came back, if you closed right here because you panicked because we came back below 59.8, so what? That's a pullback before continuation higher. Standard stuff. They didn't violate the low. They didn't. Now, it'd be different if they came back and closed the 4-hour candle below the 59.8 low. That would be different, okay? That would be a failed bounce attempt, okay? And then you could probably, this is then going to flip to resistance and you can expect lower, right? But that didn't happen. You just had a little pullback. You never violated the low. You never closed the 4-hour back below the swing low there. this is an easy trade. Like, this is so easy. It's not even, this is taking candy from a baby, guys. And I'm not knocking you if you're not good at this, but I am telling you, we literally walked you through this. Max told you we're long, told you where we're long from. Johnny said, yep. We went on and on. Johnny even told you we could get a double bottom here, which we didn't. It didn't even come back. But he let you know we're expecting a little dip back and then run. We were expecting this. He told you to look for that. But it didn't just dissuade us from taking this trade, right? It's just like we took the trade and we knew we were probably going to come back, a little pullback and go. So you knew ahead of time we were expecting that pullback. If you got out, then you got out. And I told you, watch the reaction at the 200-week SMA. If we get back to it, Max closed his scalp, 650 profit, but still had his day trade running. Oh, yeah, there you go, Joe. You didn't close this time. Yeah, we would come up there. We actually had plane tickets booked to Canada. We were on the way, bro. We were going to smack you around. We were going to grab your laptop and get you back in the trade. Just boom, you're back in, bro. You're going to ride this thing out, man. Crypto hunches closed 50%. Invicta thought there was another stab down. We told him he was crazy. Thanos asked if we're trying to get in again, and that's when we went to knocking on everybody. Like, what did I say? I said something like, try again. I said, did we close out? I didn't get the memo. Like, why did we close out? What do you mean get in again? We're still in. Blah, 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 blah. So we walked everybody through this trade. I mean, all weekend long, we walked through this trade. Again, Invicta, who is wanting shorts, says we're probably going to retrace. I'm not knocking you, Invicta, bro. You're talking scalps. We're talking day and swing trades. And Max said he'd be shocked if this thing retraces, and Max was correct. I mean, on a day trading basis, we have not retraced. This is not a retrace. I wouldn't call this little 5 minute like this. This is not a retrace. We don't trade like that. That's a scalp, and that's fine. Invicta's a scalper. I am not knocking him. Apparently, he's very good at scalping. We just don't do that very often. If we do, it's a dedicated scalping session. But this is not a scalp. This is a day potential swing trade here. And Max was right. This looks bullish AF. Do you know why he said it looks bullish AF? 1 hour money flow. I looked at it. I saw them chatting that up. I didn't chat because Max was handling the business. But as soon as Invicta, he posted it right here, right when I taken profit, he had posted it. And again, I'm not knocking on my boy. Invicta is really good, but he had posted that right here, right in there. So we're about to get it looks like we're gonna get a pullback. And I was looking at this 1 hour money flow, and Max was too, apparently. And there's just no way you're going to get a pullback right there. I mean, you can. Anything can happen. It's Bitcoin, but this looks bullish AF to me, at least on kind of the short time frame, medium time frame. Probably push up into this key level, which is what I'm looking for in my next TP. I may not. That's not an auto TP. We do have point of control just above, so I'll see if we get a reaction here. If we get a reaction and kind of pull back pretty aggressively, I might take some profit. If not, I'm going to look for this point of control. 2 daily nakeds up there. This would be a better TP area, but I do know this could be a good resistance area. So, and we would kind of test the breakdown spot there too. So we'll see. We are monitoring it, guys. Anyway, that's where we are. Everybody's up to date. NASDAQ dumping. Bitcoin don't care. If you guys haven't noticed by now, everybody thinks the stock market leads Bitcoin. It doesn't. Bitcoin leads the stock market, guys. Bitcoin leads the stock market. Go back because Bitcoin's 24/7, 365. So price action on it gets a little further out. Go back and look. Go back and look. I know it doesn't make sense, but for the last couple of years, it wasn't always in the early days of Bitcoin, and that's why people still think Bitcoin follows us. It doesn't. Now, if the stock market rolls over and dumps 20%, of course, I mean that's just a global market-wide dump. But on a day-to-day, Bitcoin tends to lead the way. If you don't believe me, don't just argue and think I'm crazy. Go get you a little split screen on here like this and put the Dow, NASDAQ, S&P, put it by there, and then go start comparing. You're like, oh my gosh, it really does. That flipped a couple years ago, guys. It's not always. It's not 100%. All right. Let's see. MEXC, guys, I pinned a comment in chat. MEXC is still giving the Anthony Lee Crypto Crew a free $1,500. All you have to do is register and deposit $100. Register using the link, deposit $100, and hold that in KYC, and hold that $100 for 24 hours, and you'll get you a free $1,500. Max made like $7,000 with that free $1,500. It was free money, so he just threw it on a. I saw his P&L. I think y'all did too. He threw that on 100x leverage because it was free, so why not? It hit a big short from 81.8. Eons. You know anything about AVAX? Speaking of which, guys, if you haven't been paying attention, on the channel and the YouTube channel, the last couple of days I've been posting a lot of. Hear me, guys. Especially if you're new. If you're new or not new here, listen to me, okay? Just listen to me. Just for a minute. I've been posting a lot of altcoin. Way too soon bull run price prediction videos. All of this could change later. However, what I've been doing here is posting what I think is a realistic target for some of these coins in the upcoming bull run. Why am I doing this so soon? Because right now, historically, between June and December, the second half of midterm years is the best opportunity for getting your entries on most cryptos, right? So you need to be considering your options now. Listen to me, guys. Listen to me, because I'm getting a lot of hate in the comments on these, okay? Which is typical. Like, everybody's so defensive of your coin. I don't get it. Like, why are folks, and I know that they are, I used to be this way, but why is everyone so married to a coin? Why do you have to be so defensive of a coin? Like, gosh, dog. And I used to be this way, but if I could have taken those like false hopium goggles off and just looked from a technical standpoint, most of these coins, I don't know anything about the fundamentals, and I'm sorry, but I don't care. I don't care, okay? And you don't know why I don't care. There have been millions of cryptocurrencies, altcoins, over the years. I think there's currently about 40,000 active altcoins, okay? 99.999% of those will not do what they say they're going to do. All of them are going to change the world. All of them are going to cure world hunger. All of them are going to do this. The blockchain is going to be completely revolutionized. The new layer 2, the new blah, 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 blah. And the reality is most of them don't live up to that. So if your coin does what it's supposed to do and it does catch global adoption, great. That's freaking fantastic. That's just a bonus, but you can't rely on that. And there's tons of coins that have shown that. Just look at Cardano last week. It was supposed to be the latest, greatest, hyped up, came out thing, and oh my gosh, what an underperformance, right? And the list goes on and on. So don't, in my opinion, don't rely on that, right? Rely on the technicals. Like, if what you think is so great about your coin doesn't pan out, if all that marketing, all that hype, all that blah, 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 partnerships, if all that stuff doesn't come through, what can I expect out of this coin? And that's how you should approach it. You know, and if anything else comes, that's great. But if it doesn't, well, you know, what's a conservative target? What's a realistic target? Think about how many coins they rely upon partnerships later. Future, they need to partner with Visa or Ticketmaster or Walmart or Amazon or whatever. They need a partnership, and if they get that good news, boom, they're going to pump. But what if they don't? What if their leadership team? You know how many coins I've seen, good projects I've seen, where their leadership team gets hired away by competitors? Competition comes in and hires their team. Then that project falls flat on its face. Do you know how many times I've seen that? Or a scandal comes up. Or funding doesn't come through that they were hoping for. Do you know how many times I've seen this stuff? And then you're sitting there, you've invested your life savings on this hopium, on false promises, on a narrative that never came to be. So if that happens, what are you left with? You're left with the technicals. So why not base your investment on technicals? And then if the narrative plays out, even better. But don't invest on a narrative, because for 99.999%, that narrative never plays out. And there's been many cases where there is supposed great technology, and they just don't get the proper marketing. You could have the greatest thing in the world, but if nobody knows about it, what difference does it make? The price is not going to move. So we look at these coins from a technical standpoint, and mostly circulating supply, market cap, and token dilution. So just because you went to an all-time high price last cycle with X amount of coins, if you put 10 times more coins in the market between then and the next cycle, that means your market cap has to 10x to reach that all-time high. And let me tell you, I don't know of any coins that 10x from one cycle to the next. None. Most of them are lucky to reach their previous cycle market cap all-time high. Some of them slightly exceed it, but most of them never reach it. So you do you. But I'm telling you, I've been through 3 bull markets, and I'm now on my 3rd bear market. And I won't make those same mistakes again. Anyway, check out these videos. I've got, 6 or 7 of them. And I'm going to shoot a few more today. And if you want me to look at your video or your coin and put it in a video, I'll do all the tokenomics for you. I'll give you my prediction, my realistic prediction, in my opinion. If your hopium plays out, great. But put it in chat, comment it for me, and I will take a look. Hey, that Ondo video, you guys need to beware of Ondo, okay? Beware. Be freaking aware of Ondo. Let's take a look. I'll run you through it just real quick, but I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I'll tell you one thing that's unfortunate, and I hate to be the one to even say it on Ondo. Look at Ondo, Coinbase on the weekly. First of all, when you set this all-time high in Ondo in December of 24, this is what I mean. This is how you have to approach it. December of 2024, you had a circulating supply in Ondo of 1.45 billion. Call it 1.5 billion, okay? 1.5 billion. And listen, guys. Listen to me. You have to pay attention to this. You had a $3 billion market cap, $2.10, $3 billion. Pay attention, okay? Let's fast forward to July of 25. You had a $3 billion circulating supply, so double what you had here. Your market cap was actually higher, about the same, but actually higher, 3.26, right? You were 3 billion here, 3.26. So there was more money in Ondo here, but your price was only $1.17. Your price was half what it was here, even though you had over twice as much money. That's the power of token dilution. That's the power of token unlocks when more coins are released to the market. And let me tell you guys, you had 1.45 billion here. By next cycle, you're going to have 10 billion Ondo coins on the market, guys. Guys, to get back to here, you have to do 7 times more of a market cap than you've ever done before on this coin. 7 times. You can't name one coin that is 7x its market cap. I'm sorry, but Ondo will not go back to $2 next cycle. It won't. My price prediction is 92 cents. And those of you sitting here thinking, well, Ondo was just at 20 cents and it ran up to 50 cents. Oh, what do you mean it's only under 92 cents? Well, all the coins haven't hit the market yet. Ondo has 1.7 billion coins going to hit the market each of the next 3 Januaries. So your coins are just now starting to hit the market. So you're not seeing it yet. But by the end of the next cycle, when everything else is topping, Ondo is going to be watered down. I mean, it's going to be way down. And let me tell you what's worse about this coin. Let me tell you what's worse. And I hate to say this, but it's true. And if you're not paying attention to this, then you get exactly what you deserve, okay? And I'm sorry to hear this, but about a week and a half ago, the founder and CEO of Ondo died. And if you're so inexperienced or foolish, in my opinion, that you don't take that into consideration before you put your life savings in this, then you're fucking crazy. Okay? And I don't know anything about Ondo. Could be a great project, but think about it. Charles Hoskinson, who is the founder, CEO, the face of Cardano, what happens if he dies? What happens to the project, guys? Is there a great team behind him that can pick up the ball and run like he did? Same thing with Ondo. Is there a great team there? Or are competitors going to come in and hire away the team now that there's no leadership in place? What about partnerships that the founder was working on with Amazon or Google? I don't know what they were working on, if anything, but what if there was? Do those dissolve now that there's no leader? Now that the creator is gone? The answer is you don't know. I don't know. You don't know. And I'll tell you worse, big time players, whales, they don't know and they hate uncertainty. And I'm telling you, that is going to make them fearful to invest in this coin. Yeah, it's holding up okay right now, okay? But you literally have more than 100% coins coming into the market between now and 2028. You literally have almost 6 million more coins coming, 6 billion more coins. What happens, guys? What happens? So just to me, this is just a very high risk. You're high risk, number one, with the token dilution going from 1.5 billion coins to 10 billion coins in one bear market. That is high freaking risk. Okay. And you throw on the top of that the fact that the founder just died. No, sir, you could not pay me to buy this coin. And it may do great. It may outperform everything, but it is high risk. Okay. Just be cautious. And if you just absolutely don't hear anything I'm saying and you're just argumentative, then you're just showing your inexperience, because an experienced person will at least listen and consider some things. You're freaking crazy. Think about it. Think about whatever industry you're in, whatever you do for work. If you have somebody who's been doing it for years and years and years, and they tell you something, aren't you foolish if you don't just at least consider, like, maybe there's a flip side to the coin? Maybe they know something. Maybe I should look at this. Maybe I should do some research. That's all I'm saying in these videos, guys. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, Ondo's a bad situation, in my opinion. Could be a great coin, okay? Ethereum, what would happen if Vitalik died? What would happen? Same thing. The answer is, I don't know and you don't know. And investors don't know, and they don't like that. And Ethereum's not being watered down with 7 times more coins like Ondo. Just good luck with Ondo. U.S. market opens in 1 minute, guys. The day to watch out for, flashbang, guys, flashbang. The day to watch out for is fast approaching. Let's refresh this. In 9 days, on June 17th, is the FOMC meeting. 98% chance they don't change rates. So they're not going to change rates, and that doesn't really matter. I mean, it could matter if they change rates, but what matters is this, the first press conference for the new FOMC chair, Kevin Warsh. So all eyes are going to be on what he says. You pretty much knew what Jerome Powell, J. Romey, was going to say. He was going to come out, be a jackass, and very hawkish almost every time. Nobody really knows the expectations for Kevin Warsh being a Trump guy to be dovish, because Trump wants rates cut. So the anticipations for him to come out and be dovish. However, the data, the reports, the inflation, all that, if he's going to be true to the data, he should be hawkish. So it'll be interesting, and you're going to see that is going to be an extremely volatile day. We're going to go live for that. And I am going to be live trading for that. Hogborn says, I see Fetch and World videos. Are you doing Nosana? Yes. So today I'm going to shoot Nosana, AVAX, AVAX by request. Eon's just requested AVAX. I'm going to shoot Nosana, AVAX, and Arbitrum. Okay. If you want me to look at your coin, I'll be happy to do so. Salt Chain predicts hawkish. I think he's going to be dovish. I think he's going to be dovish, but I don't think it's real. I think he's going to be dovish because he's Trump's guy, He's going to get out there and talk the talk that Trump wants him to talk. But I think at the end of the day, when it comes time to cut rates in the next couple months, that's not going to happen. But I do think he's going to go fuel the Trump narrative. I think he's going to be dovish. But he doesn't have the juice to make the decision. It's voted on, right? And supposedly they don't have the votes. So I don't think he's got the juice to make it happen. But I think he's going to talk the talk, which is all that matters. I mean, yeah, it would be bullish if they cut rates, extremely bullish. But what's going to matter come the 17th of this month is what he says. And I think you could see a big, big rally after that. And that's just my prediction. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. Correlates with the new moon. Yo, how will that bull moon work out this time? IJS. Maybe it does. I really don't know. I have no idea. That's just my prediction. I know he's Trump's guy, and I can't see him coming out on day freaking 1 and defying Trump. I just don't see that happening. He may get down the road where his hands are tied and we have to raise interest rates. I'll tell you the bigger thing right around that time. Let me see. Bank of Japan interest. Okay, here's what you better watch. Here's what you better watch. Here's what you better watch. Prior to that, Bank of Japan is likely to raise interest rates 1%. That is a massive, half a percent is big. 1% is ginormous. June, I guess it'll be on June 16th when they make the announcement. So one day before the U.S. Guys, if Bank of Japan raises rates 1%, look out below. So in my opinion, that's going to create some market volatility, which you're going to see, in my opinion, you're going to come out to June 16th and June 17th, which is like, something like this, like here. And I don't know where price is going to be at that time. Let's just say just kind of sideways. Let's say we're just sideways. You're going to see Bank of Japan go boom. And the next day, Kevin Warsh is going to come out and be dovish. And you're going to say, boom. You're going to, I'm telling you, this is what I'm predicting. Bank of Japan, Kevin Warsh. And everybody's just going to say this was just liquidations and then snapback, right? V-shaped recovery. And it's funny how that happens. You can just predict the narrative. And we'll see. We'll see. U.S. market is open. They open to the downside. Let's look at our market sessions. See what we can look for. I mean, really nothing. Asia and UK literally just went sideways, right? They literally just went sideways. No trending market. You know how we look for the trending market? They literally just went sideways. Asia high has been taken. Asia low has not. UK low here. UK high just got taken. So we just took the Asia and UK high. What does that tell you? Right? Very likely to get these two taken. Although not necessarily, because this is just, you could just keep sideways. This week is critical. Let's go to the monthly chart. This week is critical. So we looked at this monthly chart on April 30th. We drew this on here. If the high is first, which this could be the high, 0.57%. In June of 2022, we went up on day 1, 0.58%. That should be 0.58%. And then it was down only. So if the high is already in, if it came in on day 1, we could be headed for some serious downside action. However, If the low is coming first, and I know some of you, I say this every time, but in case we have some new folks, we predicted this on April 30th. Every month we put out a monthly prediction based upon historical data. I have a chart. I've jotted down every historical stat on price, and we look at it for the month. So if the high is not in, we were looking for a target box here, right? Okay. Now, some of you are going to say, well, it went lower. That's a fail. No, this is the average, which means some months it didn't go that low. Some months it went lower. So it's okay that it went a little lower. This is what we're looking for, followed by upside. So if the high did not come in on the first, which it's coming on the first only once, unfortunately, that only once was last midterm, which was the last bear market June, which we're currently in midterm and bear market June. The high came on the first, which would be right here. It's only happened once before. So if not, we're looking for a move to the upside for the rest of the month. The low would be in until probably October, and we would not come back and take out this low. So I'm telling you, in my opinion, if at any point we come and take this low, 59K, then the high for June was on June 1st. And we could likely then expect continued downside for the month, followed by a rally into late June and July. Probably not back up into here, though. So all we got to do, if we take that out, we're headed down, guys. We're headed down. We, in my opinion, we will not swoop this, create a divergence, and then head up. Not going to happen. Never, at least never has happened before in the month of June. This is either it, and we're headed up, or we're headed down. It's really too soon to know which it is. In my opinion, you will know by Wednesday, though. The reason I don't have a real solid opinion right now is because this low was just set on Friday, and weekend price action. So we need to see if the U.S. or traditional markets, or major markets, I should say, have follow through to the downside, or if that's really all they wanted. What I don't like is you didn't see a good green volume daily wick come in. See, like right here, when this is all they wanted here, you had the big red volume spike, followed immediately by the big green volume spike. That lets you know that this move is over. It's done. And it was done for 4 months. All right. Doesn't mean it's done forever. You don't have that here. Doesn't necessarily mean a death sentence, but it's certainly not good. 12-hour, you don't have it. 4-hour, you don't have it. Doesn't look good, guys. It doesn't look good. If you put a gun to my head, actually, that's not correct. I think we come up a little higher and then roll over. How much higher, Anthony? What are we looking for? Because you're long, you've got to have targets. I do. I'm glad you asked. We have the key area right here at 65.7 and then the point of control, along with 2 daily naked point of controls right here, coming in about $67,500. That is my target. Could we come up higher? Could we come test some of this? Could we come up the value area high at 70K? Yes, we could. But I would look for 67,500. That is where I'm looking for a TP3 possible final take profits, if we get there. And we could push up a little more. We have the 90-minute. Look at this beautiful rounding bottom here on money flow, and the 90-minute just looks great. Trying to break into the green now. We've already looked at the 1 hour, has already done so. 2 hour coming up, same thing. 4 hour, not really, not so much. So that tells me the higher time frames, 4 hour, 8 hour, those. I mean, it's rounding, but it's not close. You're still way down here. I mean, it's not like you're way up here, right? You're not way up here. So on the 8 hour, it's like the lower time frames, the lower to medium-ish, 90-minute, 2 hour, those are looking decent. That's looking for like a decent pump up here. But unless these higher, the 8, 12 daily start curving back up, you're going to run out of steam with those 90-minute, 2-hour, 3-hour money flows. You're gonna run out of steam. So what you need to see is a good strong move that drags these up also. But I just wouldn't bank on it. I don't think we just roll over from here, though. Let's look at our weekly fractal. What is all this scribbleness? Oh, this is my predict. All right, so so we're getting close to my little prediction here. I drew this on. This is on the weekly time frame. We were here, so I guess about 2 weeks ago, maybe. I said we would come down from here. This is at Babylon. I said we would come down from here, take out the low, come back up into the zone, create this little bear flag, rip down, and don't pay attention to timing here. I think this comes down in October, set the ultimate low, and then go. And so far, it's played out. We haven't yet come to the circle that even though this is just a rough drawing, my point is we would take this low out. So this could be all we wanted here. And then I projected we would chop around in this area between point of control and very, very high. So we'll see. We'll see how well this plays out. But that's not what I came here for. Let's see. It's our weekly bear fractal from the last cycle. We haven't looked this in a while. Gosh, it is looking pretty dang exact, y'all. I mean, it doesn't have to be candle for candle, but the structure is, gosh. I mean, there's no denying the structure. You run down, you bear flag up. You run down, you bear flag up. Are we currently running down, bear flag up? Or are we going to create the bear flag right here and then run down? I could see this. I can see this. This is what I'm leaning towards. Although we could come a little lower and create the bear flag like we did here. If we don't come take this low this week, if we come take the low this week, the low from Friday, I think we do this. If we don't, then I think we do it right here and head down like this. Gosh, what a cluttered chart. Anyway, looking pretty exact here, guys. Moy Markers, what's up, bro? Haven't seen you on the stream in a while. I saw you checking out one of the videos. I think it was the Ondo video. We just covered Ondo a little bit. Got 8:45 coming up in 1 minute. Let's see if they reverse things or what they do. Let's take a look at our poll. Let's take a look at our poll. Does Bitcoin bounce from here? It's split 40-40. Wow. 40% say more downside first. 40% say the bottom is in. I strongly disagree with that. What do I know? I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Only 20% say bounce into the fall and then lower. I'm in the 20% group. I think bounce into the fall and then lower. Hang on 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys. Yes, Salt Chain, I have that. Give me 1 second. I'll show that next. All right, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, Salt Chain, let's take a look at that. Where's all my animals? I don't know where my kitty is, or Edge. Let's call Edge. Have a little beeper here. Edge has a beeper. I beep him. He runs. He comes. Let's see. Let's see if he comes. He's probably upstairs. He may not come. Probably being lazy in there with Jane. Where's my circles? I haven't looked at circles in a while. That's not it. Where's my circles? I'm gonna be on another chart. Let me see. Circles. Here we go. Let me clear some of this up. I hear edge coming. There it is, guys. There it is. There it is. There it is. So we have coming to my final circle, guys. If you're new here, these circles have been on this chart since the top. Okay, we've had these circles on for a long time. And we've been looking for this move down. This circle 8 kind of extended out a little more. Come here, Bob. The dogs came down. They're just looking at me. So this kind of extended out a little more. I don't want to move it because people are going to say I changed my chart. My prediction's wrong. This is the same chart. Come here, Edge. Oh, gosh. Got the kitty here. Edgy, come here. Come here. Come say hey. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, there's the big boy. Oh, good boy. You got the other boy down here, too. The 2 Dobermans in here and the kitty. I'll say hey to the kitty. There you go. Yeah. So this actually is playing out perfectly. Yeah, this circle extended a little further than we'd anticipated, but that's okay. That's not even the point. And you can see we did come into, just barely came into that circle down here on the bottom. So I think we come a little further into it, guys. The only question is, do we come into it now or later? But I do think we come in and probably hit this resistance zone right here. A lot of things line up there. We've looked at all this stuff. Yeah, circle chart looks good to me. Let's look at, we've talked about this before, but just kind of be aware of some of this stuff, guys. It's starting to play out. We've been talking about this stuff for months. I know you're probably tired of hearing about it, but it's kind of cool to see it play out. And these are plans. These are how you get into these trades. These are where you get in, you do whatever you want to do, but this is where I get into my long-term positions coming up. So this is the time you really need to start saying, okay, maybe our predictions are coming true now that I'm kind of maybe convinced and I didn't listen to all the retarded, foolish people that were up here screaming, oh, super cycle, this time is different. Everybody missed the low. We were up here saying, no, this is bear market rally to the 200-day SMA, Babylon cross. Look, guys. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Right into our target box. Come on. Anyway. Watch. Do you know how you're going to know the low is in? I'm telling you, I've done this way long enough. All those same freaking people right here that were talking about super cycle, this and that, we can't go down. 60K was the low. You'll never take that out again. Blah, 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 blah. Do you know how you're going to know it's the low? Those same people who have not a clue what they're talking about. They're emotional traders, and I'm not saying I'm always right. But I'm not an emotional trader, and I know how to look and see when we are likely topping and how this time is not different and how it actually looks exactly the same. Anyway, rant over. But when we do come down, and we will come down most likely, whether it's here, wherever it is, when those same people start saying, if we go to 50K, they start saying, okay, guys, if we lose 50K, we're definitely going to 40K. Oh my gosh, guys, recession's coming. It could get really ugly. Bitcoin could literally see 15,000, double bottom at 50. As soon as they start saying that stupid BS, I'm going to be buying with every nickel I got, because they're emotional traders. They have come to the point where they have given up, and market makers know that. They understand sentiment and psychology in markets. When they start flipping bearish, that's when it's time to buy. And you know what's going to happen? They're not going to flip back bullish until we get back above 82K. And then they're going to have missed out on 50K, and they're going to be buying back in for 60, 70% higher. I'm telling you. Don't let them mislead you from their mother's basement. Please. Please. And I'm not saying I'm the wealthiest person around, but we did buy our 5,000 square foot home in 20 acres with cash. Okay? And we were not wealthy. I started out with $10,000. And I'm not the best. But I learned to control the emotions. Counter trade the emotional traders. That's if you want to boil it down in the most simplest terms, counter trade the emotional traders. Those guys will get you wrecked fast. And it's so sad because so many people listen to them. So many people. So this range I have on, it's not the range you see on everyone else's chart, okay? The range you see on everyone else's chart is this. That's the range you see, and we're below value area low, and I get that. I just don't like that, okay? It's not the range I've had on my chart this entire time. Yeah, when we're doing some intraday trading, I put on a little local range, but this range is from the same area we're in back here. Okay? The same area we're in back here, and I find that it works better. Look, this is the range. You can see I have the profile, and it ends here. You can see where oops. I'm going to move this down here. Where I extended I'm just going to leave it where it is. Where I extended the blue line, because on the daily, it matches. That's where I extended the blue line. You see, so my range is from here to here. And look how well that matches up over here when you come down to it. I mean, you literally tag value area low, pump. Tag value area low again, kind of wick below it, close back up into it. Look how well this held up. Look, value area high right here, guys. Resistance, 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 support, resistance, resistance, support, support. This is the range. Okay, when you lost it again, what did you do? You came all the way back. Well, you came to point of control here, tried to come back up, found it as resistance, right down to very low. I like this range. I like the range. It worked back here. It's working right here. I like the range. This is nothing more than a deviation above the range. Back into the range. So now we've come down to very low. We've confirmed closure back in it. What do you expect? Rotation back to point of control. You get through that, value area high. It's a volume profile, guys. It's nothing more. It's nothing more. I just don't care for the, I know it sounds weird, but I just don't like the range from, first of all, this is only a couple of months worth of range. This is clearly not the range. This price action looks nothing like this price action. This is not the range. So people throw in this entire chunk in the volume profile. That's wrong. This is not the range. There's no price action here. There's no price action there here. It's straight line. There's no price action there, right? That's not a range. That's a deviation. So if you are going to range this, you got to range it from like this section here. And it's not a very big sample size. It's not a very big sample size. It's just right there. It does kind of get your value area high and your point of control pretty much line up, but your value area low is at the key area, which is great. I actually like that. But this is a huge sample size. This is February to November. I mean, this is a 9-month range versus February to April versus a 2-month range. So not a very big sample size. If this were to continue on for 7 more months, giving you a total of 9 months, you would see it range something like this. I guarantee you. Get ahead of the game, guys. Get ahead of the game. You get ahead of the game by looking to the left. But even if this is the good range right here, I still think you can come back and retest the underneath side of the value area low, which will put you right in there, that key area, right where we're looking for reaction there. If you get above it, you come into point of control, the macro point of control, which is also the local, kind of right here, local point of control, this whole area. And then again, value area high, both the value area highs somewhere in the same spot. But people drawing the range for this whole thing, that's wrong. This is not even, that is different. That is completely different. Which is why you don't see it here, which is why you don't see it here. It's not applicable. I'm sorry, it's not. Yeah, that's right. Salt Chain, we knew when we got down here, I told you guys, I even got a drawing on her somewhere. I said, we're going to be here for a very long time. I said, you did not come into this range in the past and spend 9 months. Okay, you don't set a massive range like this that took you 9 months to get through and just break through it in a week. It just, that doesn't even make sense. Can it happen? Sure, but it's very unlikely to happen. You want me to tell you what the problem with bull market and bear market mentality is? You want me to tell you the problem? Legit, seriously. I'll prove this to you. Bull markets spend more time going down than they do up. Bear markets spend more time going up than they do down, even though it's a bear market. That's why you see so many people getting wrecked in bear markets, because it spends way more time going up than it does down. Just the moves to the downside are a lot bigger. I'll prove it to you. Let's look at this bear market right here. What did you spend here? Put my ruler on here. You spent, I'm on the weekly chart. You spent 9 weeks going up. 9 weeks going up, and then you had 2 weeks to the downside. Right? Then you had 14 weeks going up right here. And so far, 1, 2, 3 weeks to the downside. You spend way more time going up in a bear market and then fast crash. Way more time going up, fast crash. Right? Way more time going up, fast crash. And it's opposite that in a bull run. Look at here, 9 months. We just covered it, 9 months. And by the time you broke this here, 1, 2, 3 weeks going up. 9 months, 3 weeks up. Right? Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 weeks down. 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks up. Right? Going down from here. 26 weeks down. You started going up there. 7 weeks up. 26 weeks, 7 weeks. You spend way more time in a bull market going down. Just your moves up are bigger than your downside moves. That's it. So that's why it is so easy to get drawn into the narrative of, oh, we're going up, we're going up. No, you're still in a massive freaking bear market. You just spend so much time going up, it starts to feel that way. But who cares how you feel? Nobody cares how you feel. Your mama and your wife care how you feel. That's it. Nobody else. I care how you feel, guys. I really do. I'm being genuine. But the market doesn't care how you feel. It just traps you. It traps you. It lulls you into thinking, oh, this time is different. We're going up. This time is different. Oh, God, I'm missing out. I missed the low. I missed the low. Let me buy. Boom. Wreck. Same thing here. Oh, rebouncing. Oh, we're going to roll over. It's going down. It's going down. Oh, gosh, it's not going down. I missed the low. I missed the low. This time is different. Super cycle. Boom. That's how they get you guys. That's how they get you. This time is not different. Nothing so far has been. The only thing that's been different, and this is where I'm going to show you something, guys. The only thing that's been different here is the 1 week money flow. Remember, we showed you a list of 12 stats that were 100% have always indicated that the bear market bottom was in. 12 stats. They were all 12 were 100%. 2 of them had already fired off that the bottom was in. One of them being the money flow crossover on the weekly coming back into the green. Never before have you've come back into the red. That's not the issue. Just like we just came back into the red now. That is not the issue. What is the issue? Never before has this come into the green on the weekly and the bottom of the bear market not been in. The bottom has always been in. You've never come back and taken it out. Well, that stat was just invalidated, okay? We just came and took it out, so this 100% stat is now invalidated. And at first, I was one of the first. I'm not saying I was the first. I was the first I knew about. Maybe somebody else said it sooner, but I was one of the first to point this out, and I called the bottom. I said the bottom is in. This stat has never been wrong, right? Watch this. This stat has never been wrong. I called it out. And then a couple weeks later, I went and did more research, and I found the other 11 stats, 100% stats. I found the other 11. And right here, I found the other 11, and I weighed it out. And I said, what are the odds? So for that stat to remain true, and there was one other stat, for those 2 stats to remain true, and the bottom to be in, that means 10. For 2 to be correct, that means 10 100% stats have to be incorrect. And it's just probability. What are the odds? The odds are far greater. The 10 are going to hold true versus the 2, right? Right? That's just common sense. That's mathematics. So right here, I came back on, watch this, guys, May 10th. May the 10th, and I said, Bitcoin, I was wrong. The bottom is not in, okay? Let's go look at May 10th. Okay, so I wasn't one of these like you're seeing now that we've taken out 60K that is all of a sudden like, oh gosh, the bottom is not in. Where is May 10th? Right there. I flipped the script while Bitcoin was still headed up. Okay? And I'm not bragging. I'm just saying I'm not one of those that got down here and say, oh, golly geez, the bottom's not in. Or even waited till you got here to say it. I know. While we were still headed up, I looked at the data. I did more research. Hang on. Let me find when I want to find this real quick, and then we'll move on. Because I just want you to understand, guys. I want you to understand. I was wrong. Right here. 100% bottom signal has fired. When was this? Anybody see a date? April 14th. I didn't look at this yesterday. Let's go see. All right, so right here, I said the bottom was in. Money flow crossover on the weekly. I said the bottom was in. Started cruising up. And then I went and did some more research. And while we were still headed up, I didn't even wait till we came back down. I just showed you the date on May 10th. I didn't wait till here to be like, oh gosh, I'm going to look stupid. We were still headed up. And for all I knew, right here on this big, that's a green candle. Mine's white, but it's green. For those of you who may be new here, it's green. I posted the video that morning and said I was wrong. But for all I knew, we could continue heading higher. But I didn't wait to get here until I flipped my narrative, like most people. I just went and did the research, and I came to you guys here, literally at the top, and said the bottom is not in, guys. Look out. We are fixing to head down and take out 60K. Okay, and again, I'm not always right. In fact, I was wrong right here. But unlike most people who, do you notice this if you follow other people? They're finding excuses as to why they were wrong. They're finding excuses. Oh, SpaceX is doing this. Oh, NASDAQ is topping. Da 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 da. That's why it's pulling back. Oh, the Iran thing is not yet resolved. I don't want to hear that shit. I told you on May 10th I was wrong that the bottom is not in. I'm not blaming anything else. I didn't need a narrative. I didn't need a lack of news to tell me this. I just went and looked at the stats, and I said there's 1,200% stats. 10 of them have not fired off. 10 is far greater than 2. The 10 are probably going to be correct. That goes back to the altcoin videos I've been posting. Go by the technicals. Never mind the news. Who cares about Iran? Who cares about this? Who cares about the... Who cares? Go to the technicals. The technicals are right. It's mathematics. The casino, the house always wins. Why? They don't care about your narrative. They care about the mathematics, the odds, the probabilities. At the end of the day, you may lose some probability trades, but if you're always trading in the favor of the higher probability, you're going to win more than you lose, and that's what it's all about. Anyway, rant over. That's right, bro. Joe, stair step up, elevator down. That's how it rolls. That's how it rolls. All right, questions, guys? Guys, let me know if you want me to look at an altcoin. I'm going to do some altcoin videos today. I'm doing Nosana, AVAX, and Arbitrum. I've already done 6 or 7. Go ahead. Take a minute now. Let me know. I know you got to be interested in altcoins. Or have you done your own research? You don't need me to do the tokenomics on it. That's cool. If so, I'm proud of you guys. If so. But I'm telling you, when you pick your alts, I know I said this in the beginning, so I hate to beat a dead horse, be the broken record. But if you have a coin that has a great narrative, but the tokenomics are terrible, and you still go with it, if your narrative works out, great. But in my opinion, you should approach a coin assuming your narrative's not, because 99.9% your narrative is not going to play out like you think it is. I don't care how great the coin is. Something's going to happen. And if that something happens and the narrative doesn't come through like you thought it was, you need to be able to fall back on the basic technicals and tokenomics. And if the technicals and tokenomics, the return on investment or the risk reward is worth it, then great. And then if your narrative comes in and boosts you even higher, even better. Great, you hit a home run. But don't assume that. Assume the technicals. Because that's the only thing that is guaranteed to happen. You're guaranteed to have X number of coins unlocked over a period of time. You're guaranteed those kinds of things. You're not guaranteed a single damn thing other than that. So, just years of experience. Render. Yeah, I'll do render today or tomorrow. I've got at least 4 coins to do, so I may do them all today, or I may do a couple today and a couple tomorrow. Hotmore, you're excited to see Nosana one. I am too. I mean, the problem with Nosana, somebody gave me one. Guys, do what you want to do. Somebody gave me one of these on a YouTube stream. Lab. Any of you guys heard of Lab? Excuse me. Any of you guys heard of Lab? I've never heard of Lab. Tau. Yeah, Moin. I'll do Tau. Lab. This coin, Lab, first of all, it's only been around since November. So I can't do a coin like this because what I need to see, it was not around for a previous cycle. I would need to see a previous cycle all-time high and market cap all-time high so that I could compare. This doesn't have that. This has only been out for like 6 months. So I'm not going to do a video on this coin. However, yeah, it's small, but I can't do a video on this. I can't do a prediction on this because I don't have anything to compare it to. I don't have any press. So that's part of the problem with Nosana. Nosana's been around a little longer, so I can still do Nosana, but coins like this, don't give me coins like this. I can't do. However, this person had posted about this, was excited about it. It's flying up. What should you do? And I can't really say what to do. I can never say what to do, but this coin, I can tell you this much. This much I can tell you. This coin has done a 36,000% rally in the last couple months. 36,000%. If you buy this coin right now, not financial advice, but you should never trade again. You should walk away. You should absolutely walk away and never, ever return to trading. Why, Anthony? Why? 36,000, it's bullish AF. No, it was, okay? But even if it's still bullish AF, okay? For you to even 3x your money right here, for you to 3x your money, think about it. It is up 36,000%. What 33,000 times 3 is 100,000. That would mean from the bottom to the top, this coin would have to do a 100,000%, which is phenomenal. Nothing ever does that. Yeah. But even if it did do that, you would only get a 3x from here. Great from down here, but you've missed the boat on this. Do you know the odds of this thing doing a 100,000% increase? They've got to be in the millions to one. A lottery ticket. And even if it did, once again, even if you hit the lottery ticket on that, you still only get a 3x from current price, which is shitty. I mean, 3x is good, but there's far better coins that are going to do way more than 3x that aren't a lottery ticket, right? What most likely is going to happen to this coin, what most likely, sooner rather than later, is what Rave did. This is what you're probably fixing to see on that coin. Rave went up 14,000%, which 36,000 is higher, I get it, and then came down 99%. This is probably what's fixing to happen. I shouldn't have even shown you guys because I know some of you are going to go be like, oh my gosh, I'm missing out. You're going to FOMO in here. But anyway, I can't help you guys with coins like this. This is, you guys are smarter than this. Ton. I got you, bro. All right, that gives me 3 more. Render, Tau, and Ton. I'll add those to the list. I'll get those filmed over the next couple days. I'll post them in Discord like I've been doing when I have them ready. And I'm on the prowl too. I mean, I have Optimism, Fetch. I don't have any WorldCoin right now. Unfortunately, I gave you guys the pump. I gave you guys the sick pump. I just didn't take it, or I did. I just sold too soon. Yeah. Take a look at Bitcoin one more time before we go. Max was right. I don't think Invicta's on the stream. Invicta was looking for a pullback. Max said bullish AF. I think I commented that I agreed with Max. Getting that money flow crossover into the green right now on the 90-minute. It looks good. All right, guys. I'm going to get out of here. It's a good day. We're up over 10 grand on a trade. Hope you guys took it with us on Friday. Gave it to you in Discord. Walked you through it. I mean, baby stepped everybody through it. Not that you're children, but you know what I mean. We guided everybody through it. I had asked the pro group. We have the pro group. And I had asked them. I said, let's. We had taken the trade in the pro group. And I said, I texted a couple of the guys, the veterans in the pro group. And I said, let's take this to regular Discord. Let's walk them through it. Let's help them out. Because I knew we'd given it on stream before it hit. And I wanted you guys to know exactly how we chattered it up through these trades. Told each other what we were doing. And if we saw something pop up from a non-scalping standpoint, if you see anybody try to scalp in the pro group, the rest of us don't scalp. we'll have a little scalping session every once in a while on a Saturday, but that group is strictly day trading and swing trading, the bigger trades. But I wanted you to guys see how we did it. And if you got out, cool, it's your choice. But at no point in time, and you know this, guys, if we ever bring you a trade like that and you don't see us saying we closed our trade or we moved our stop loss, that's because we didn't. So if you're looking for that like extra reassurance or guidance or whatever, if we have said nothing, then we have done nothing. If we bring you a trade and we see something develop that we feel like we need to get out, we're going to let you know instantly. So, I mean, not that we're always right, but this was a really freaking easy one with all the right confirmations. And we didn't have to wait for confirmations. It was same dang candle. Anyway, that's it. I'm gone, guys. Lord loves you. He really does. I love you guys, too. I thank you for being here. I will see you guys next time.